Hello, it's Marguerite from Make with Marguerite. I'd like to show you how to make this very simple envelope album. It's a great way to use some of your beautiful patterned paper, or DSP as we call it in Stampin' Up terms. I find it quite hard to cut into my paper, and so I tend to hang on to it, and I have quite a lot. I've realised I've got rather a bit too much, so I am on a drive at the moment to use up my paper. So this album, you use a few sheets of 12-inch paper, and it's a great little album. So you have a little inner tab here to use for a gift for someone. It doesn't take very long to make, and it's pretty beautiful, I think. So you could put photos inside, or you could put inspirational quotes. Sorry, I'm catching that. Or you can put photos here. So let's say it could be for a new baby, or for a wedding as a quick present, or well, really any event. You could put a party in here, or just someone who needs a little bit of cheering up, some inspirational quotes and things. So I've used the eclectic paper here, but I'm going to do it today in the coffee cafe paper, which is very beautiful. My packet is looking a little depleted now, so you'll see I've cut out here lots of coffee cups, and well, pots actually, and cups and takeaway cups, which I've used as embellishments, and the colours in this are early espresso, garden green, pear pistache, soft sky, soft suede, and whisper white. And you always find that on the back of Stampin' Up paper, which is really helpful. I'm going to put that aside. So you start with 5 DL envelopes. So that's these long thin ones, and you first of all need to seal them up. I'm just going to show you one because it's a bit tedious to show you all 5. And the next thing you need to do is get your scoreboard, and I like to have the seal at the top when I place it in. Score at 1 inch from the left hand side. So you need to do that on all of them, for all 5, and then you need to take your trimmer and trim off the smallest amount off the other end, so the right hand end. So it cuts just here in the groove. So I've placed it down, and I literally, not even put it far enough over because it didn't cut anything, cut off a slither there to make, and I'm going to do that to all 5 as well. Once you have all of your 5 envelopes, you want to mark from the edge where you're going to make your holes to bind it. It's just bound with some ribbon. So I marked at 1 1/4 inches from the, there we go, from the sides. And I used a single hole punch through all 5 at the same time to make the holes. And that's all the mechanics of the album. The next bit is to decorate it and make it pretty. You also need to make your inserts for your pockets. So I'm just going to check my measurements for you. The inside inserts, and this is the same actually for the paper that you use to cover, are 7 1/4 inches by 4 inches. So you need 5 inserts, and these I've chosen to use pear pistache and soft sky because it matches my paper, and I've also used the round tab punch so that I've got the piece to pull out, so it folds in half. So when you come to sort these out, I like to have them go down the side in a graduated fashion. So the way I choose to do it is I do the top and the bottom ones so that I can work out the spacing. So they go flush to the edge, and then I work out how to fit the last 3 in so that you get it going along, but I find doing it in that way works best. You then need to put your paper onto onto your envelopes. So the piece of paper is 7 1/4 by 4 inches. I'm just digging out a piece I've pre-cut in here. My apologies. So you want to stick this in the middle here, which gives you a slight border on the top before the score line and on the other side. And you also want to put another piece on the back. I've also made some embellishments for every other page. I've made these by using the stitched shape framelit, and here this is one of the coffee pots I'd cut out. That's stamped from the matching stamp set, and I've used one of the smaller punches, and these corrugated pieces are also in the suite as well. So I just think that makes a very pretty embellishment. So I've actually already decorated my pages, so I'll just take you through. So here's this is my favourite paper, and I've stamped this, and as I say, that's the same, and I've used the banner punch to get perfect tails on that. Here's 2 of the pretty coffee cups with some more embellishments. Yet another pot and some cups. So once you've got all your pages decorated, you need to slip your inserts inside. So we've got a hair pizzazz one to start with. Followed by a soft sky. And the middle one. Oops, it should be a soft sky, sorry. There we go. And then the final thing to finish the album is you need to bind it. So I've used some soft sky ribbon, and I've got a length, and I'm just wondering how long it is. I'm just going to measure it on my ruler. It is about 17 inches. So it's a very simple binding. You just need to get this lined up so you can see your way through the holes. This ribbon is also on the same page in the catalogue. I think they have 3 that they recommend to go with this. Soft Sky, Crumb Cake and White, Whisper White. And they're all nice. It's a very soft ribbon, very easy to use. Let's check. Right, okay. Get it near enough even so I can tie a bow. I wouldn't tie this too tight because you want to have a little bit of movement so that your pages can turn over without causing a problem. There we go. Always need to trim off your tails again, don't you? And there's the album. So the plan with this album is that I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave me a comment and like my Facebook page. And that will enter you into a prize draw to win this album. I will draw who wins it at the very start of April. If you would like, though, a kit to make this yourself, please be in touch either on my Facebook page or my email, and I will put a kit together for you. It will be £6 for the kit, which is half a pack of the patterned paper and the other bits you would need to make it. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you like the little album, and I really would appreciate it if you'd like my Facebook page. Thank you very much. Bye bye.